going on, everybody? How are y'all doing? We have a couple of dope gaming news items to talk about today. Before we get started, give the video a thumbs up.
Yeah, guys, please like and subscribe.
And you see the title of the video. What prompted me to ask this question? Is Nintendo racist?
Yeah, I'm quite curious because it's an incredibly dumb and easy question to answer. No, they're not.
Well, check out what's been sweeping the internet yesterday. Pictures of Aloy. This is what prompted me to do this video, talk about this video. But this picture right here, and people were deeming her ugly or unattractive because of she doesn't fit the typical characteristics of what we think a female should look like.
Yeah, so she's ugly. She's got a fat face and she's ugly. Yo, what if the dog, shut it the fuck up? I'm not ugly, I just don't fit the characteristics society decided females should have. That sounds like something ugly people tell themselves to feel better about the way they look. And hey, I'm not trying to make fun of ugly people, I'm just saying. And Aloy, or whatever the fuck her name is, she looks ugly in the game. She does. Especially compared to what she looked like in the old game. But we need more diversity in gaming. So for some reason that includes ugly people as well then. When I want to play a game, I just want to chill. Fuck off, dog. I just want to chill. I just want to have fun when I'm playing a game, okay? I don't want to spend 10 plus hours looking at a beached whale.
And particularly, I asked, why have we been ingrained with this image of this isn't what a female protagonist should look like? I mean, she has imperfections, her cheeks are chubby, she has freckles, she doesn't have blonde hair, her eyebrows are a little burly, I guess, I don't know. But I never once thought anything was wrong with the character in the game.
First of all, what's wrong with freckles?
She has freckles.
Personally, I find those to be quite attractive. Maybe I'm in the minority there, I don't know. But I think that the main reason why people are upset is because they drastically changed her appearance from the first game to the second game now. And because it's a third-person game, where for pretty much the entire game length, you will have to look at the main character. And in that sort of case, I'd prefer the main character to be pleasant to look at. But my guy still hasn't told us why Nintendo is racist, and I fail to see how Aloy being called ugly on the internet is related to Nintendo being racist at all.
But because everyone is talking about it, I want to talk about it. And this had me to think about other first PlayStation games. And I have to give credit where credit is due. Sony, for the most part, has been pretty diverse with who they have headlining their games.
Oh, so this is what this is all about? Sony having more diversity in its cast of gaming characters, and not real diversity, not diversity of character, of thought, opinion, expression, diversity of art, ideology. No, diversity in the way where every character is essentially a cardboard box, but the only difference is that this character has a pussy. And that character used to have a pussy. And this character is black. But their character really doesn't go anything beyond that. The amount of characters in gaming whose entire personality is just, they're a strong woman who don't need no man, is too many to fucking count. And also, yeah, Sony's character roster is incredibly diverse. You got the guy from Last of Us, who is an American white guy with a beard. And then there's the guy from Days Gone, who is a American white guy with a beard. And then there's the guy from Uncharted, who is an American white guy with a beard. And then they have Spider-Man, who is an American white guy without a beard. I know, incredibly diverse. And then they have Kratos, who is a white Greek guy with a beard. Besides that, Sony, I guess, has a bunch of white women also starring as the stars of some games, I guess. But that's not incredibly diverse. They do have Miles Morales, though, which is a very shitty game, but it's a black guy, so that counts.
For example, Game of the Year last year, Last of Us 2. You had not one but two female protagonists. One, Abby. She was built, man. She was swole.
Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but first of all, the Game Awards literally mean jack shit. The award for Game of the Year tends to go to the person that throws the most money at Jeff Keighley. And second of all, if any character is setting an unrealistic expectation of the female body, it's Abby, because there is no fucking way that her body could ever exist. And I know she's supposed to be transgender, but one, if she went through male puberty, she could have had that body, but not that voice and face. And if she didn't go through male puberty, she couldn't have had the body. Moving on.
She was swole. And Ellie, who was a gay female headlining a huge game. So huge, it was Game of the Year. Also, another Game of the Year contender last year. We had Jin. I'm covering it myself because there's characters to talk about. Jin, based in, was it Japan? But it was an Asian character. Most recently, as of last month, at my current Game of the Year, Celine, a female protagonist. Hey, I'm still over here. Celine, a female protagonist, and she looked like maybe in her late 30s, early 40s, and she didn't go into that mold of what the population or the what's popular to be quote unquote attractive, but it was a dope game and they were being diverse. And this is what prompted me to first give Sony credit, has been Miles Morales. This is the game that launched when the PlayStation 5 game launched. A Hispanic African American.
I'm gonna skip forward a little bit because my guy literally sucks Miles Morales' dick. And yeah, I know that list looked kind of big, or actually it was pretty small. But you know, just wait for it, just wait for it.
That's what Sony has done. Now, let's talk about your favorite video game company. No holds barred. When you come to my channel, anybody can get the smoke.
Except Sony, because they're perfect in every single way.
Alright, bro. The most popular video game character ever. Mario, Caucasian, blue-eyed. Who is he trying to save? Princess Peach, blonde hair, blue-eyed. Who is Nintendo's second most, the number 2 commander, second most in command? Link, blonde hair, blue-eyed. Who is Link always trying to save? Princess Peach, blonde hair, blue-eyed. And I could go on and on. Yeah, Pit, blue-eyed, and Palutena, blue-eyed Caucasian.
I mean, to be fair though, Link is Hylian and not human. And Pit and Palutena are a Greek angel and a Greek goddess. And it wouldn't really make much sense for an ancient Greek goddess to be black. Would it, Netflix? Would it? Would it make sense? For example, if Achilles was randomly black? Would that make sense, seeing as there were no black people in ancient Greece at all? Would it make sense if Zeus was randomly black? Netflix? Would that make sense? No. No, it would not. I just want to say, and I know I'm going on a tangent here, that I fucking hate Troy Fall of a City. And not just because they made random characters black. I mean, that's annoying. But I can't look past that. But mainly, I hate it because it manages to be a worse adaptation of the Iliad than Troy. Which is like amazing. I didn't even know that was possible. So Netflix and BBC, you guys have exceeded my expectations of how shit something could be. Congratulations.
And I was like looking through Nintendo IPs and stuff, trying to be fair or whatnot. But when you're trying to find someone of color or someone diverse, it's going to be alien type character, something not normal like Kirby who's pink. Or the only time I could find someone with brown skin for Nintendo was Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong.
What about Claude and Dedue from Fire Emblem Three Houses? You know, that's a pretty big exclusive on Nintendo Switch. And Claude is one of the main characters, he's even on the box art. And what about Riju from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild? I mean, she's a pretty important character in that game, and that also is one of the biggest exclusives on Nintendo Switch. Also Urbosa from Breath of the Wild. And I'm pretty sure every Xenoblade character is supposed to be Asian. Same thing goes for every single Pokemon character, at least from the regions that were supposed to be set in places based on Japan. And actually nowadays you can create your own Pokemon character and make them as black as you'd like. What about Samus Aran? She's like the first ever woman to be a main character in a AAA gaming franchise. Like, you were praising white women being main characters in Sony games just 2 seconds ago. Why doesn't Samus Aran count? Oh, is it because she isn't gay or transgender or because she isn't old or ugly enough? Yeah, go fuck yourself, mate. These are just the characters I could think of off the top of my head, my dude, and I'm sure that if I used Google, I could come up with a couple more examples.
I kid you not, bro. And so, not a good look. All of this was prompted by what's been going on with Aloy on Horizon Zero Dawn, but something to think about, something to ponder as you know what I'm saying, play video games, bro. And don't get me wrong, video games, we try to escape from all the stuff that's going on in society, but a lot of times what goes on in society and how people think, it transcends into video games. I'm just keeping a buck. Now.
Yeah, and it shouldn't. That's the problem. I don't give a fuck about real life issues when I'm playing a video game. Unless the story of the game goes out of its way to address those issues properly. I don't give a fuck that we need more ugly women in video games. I don't give a shit about ugly women. No one cares about ugly women.
Miles Morales, black dude. When the next Spider-Man game comes out with Peter Parker, a white dude, you think I'm not gonna play it? Of course we're gonna play it, bro, because at the end of the day, it's video games and we're here to have fun. But I do have to call out Nintendo. What are some, for Xbox, what are some major, Halo, Master Chief, white guy. Gears, white girl, white guy. So you gotta diverse it up, man. Video game gamers.
I like how he just brushes past the fact that Gears has female protagonists, but praised Sony for having them. But yeah, Crackdown 3 had a black main character, The Medium and Hellblade 2 have female main characters with mental issues. Actually, the main character from Hellblade is also Celtic, which is a culture I don't see represented in media that often at all. So that's cultural diversity, which the same goes for Mario, because Mario is Italian and most video game characters, for example all the Sony characters I named earlier in this video, are mainly all American. And for all the other Microsoft exclusives I can think of off the top of my head, in Grounded you can create your own character, in Sea of Thieves you can create your own character, in Avowed you'll probably be able to create your own character, same goes for Starfield, same goes for Fable. Anyway, after this he goes on to talk about some other dumb Sony news, PlayStation news, I couldn't care less. But yeah, Nintendo is not racist, they do in fact have very diverse characters. With Microsoft, it's mainly most of their games allow you to create your own character, which you can make as diverse as you would like, so don't worry about that. But anyway, this is the end of my video, so please like and subscribe, and go fuck yourself, Frank.